Get on Beybladers, Blade Bay X here, and I've just gotten back from another weekend competing in Bangkok. I didn't just do one event, and I actually managed to film a fair bit of content from this weekend away, so expect to see that on the channel soon. But I want to get straight to the meat and potatoes of why I went there, and that was for the latest Bangkok G2 tournament. The first one of these I ever attended, and unfortunately went out in my first round, so I wanted to overcome that previous hurdle, and I wanted to try and do my best as always to reach that first place prize. Previously, I'd come second in the Phuket G2 tournament, but that didn't have over 100 competitors like this one will. If you caught my last tournament vlog, I competed in an NB Hobby Go to Japan tournament which had 128 players and I came in 6th place, and this tournament ended up having 128 plus players. I haven't actually confirmed exactly how many yet, but at minimum there were 128 players. In today's video, you'll not just see my matches, but also Kun Oakley's, a fellow Beyblade who also appeared in the previous NB Hobby video, but now he's happy to be on camera. Let's get to the battles. Okay, so the first matchup is with Kun Oak as he is in bracket A. I'm all the way back in bracket D. He is opening with his Strand Buster 560 low flat against his opponent's Phoenix combo. I did not catch the ratchet and bit there. It looks pretty static though, so it might be on something like a needle bit. It's not moving around too much. Maybe it's a orb combo. But she takes the spin finish there, putting her up by 1 point. It was actually quite hard to film some of the matches during this tournament just because it was so crowded around the barrier. But she's coming in now with Unicorn 560. It looks like Glide. It might be Hex, but I believe that one is Glide. And Kun Oak is coming in with Wizard Rod 964. Super reliable and should definitely get the spin finish here. Doesn't look like Unicorn's built up enough momentum to get a cheeky KO. And yeah, we equalize here. It is now 1 point each. We rotate now. Kun Oak will go into his Phoenix combo. I believe it is on Rush. Yep, 960 Rush. So it's 360 ball for his rod. Sorry, I forgot. So yeah, 960 Rush. And she is on rod on Hexa by the looks of it. So yeah, maybe that was Glide, or maybe it's the other way around actually, judging by how it's moving. On the rod combo, and she gets the spin finish. So we're going to rotate here. She is up 2 points to 1. Spin finishes only so far. Let's see if Kun Oak can get the advantage and maybe get a KO here. So they rotate. He goes for his rod combo. She goes for a Phoenix. It looks like it's on high needle from here. There's a burst of Kun Oak's Wizard Rod, but that was clearly an air burst. And here the judge sees it, and he gets him to reassemble his combo so they can restart. I think I just caught a glimpse of her Phoenix combo there, and it really does look like it's on high needle to me. Let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, or if you're the actual blader watching here, please let me know. But yeah, who would expect it? Wizard Rod hitting an extreme finish against Phoenix Wing, and that takes Kun Oak to his first victory and to the next match. So it is now Kun Oak's second match of the tournament, and he is up against who I believe to probably be the #1 seeded player coming in, Kun Ted. He came off a huge tournament win the day before with a huge tournament run by Extreme Dash Thailand, and he is winning G3 tournaments every weekend. I see him posted up. That first round, Buster against Buster, ended in a foul. You didn't see Kun Ted's one go off screen, but they've just passed it back to him, and they restart the match, and he hits an over finish against Kun Oak. I do have to apologize for the camera angle here. I really tried my best to get a better one, but it was absolutely rammed around the barrier, and this is the match I probably wanted to capture the most. So matching each other blade for blade again, it is Rod v Rod. Although Kun Ted often plays Rod on Rush during test battles against him. I saw him playing it on Rush a lot as a more aggressive combo, but I think he might have switched out for ball in this round here. I think he might have had Buster on Rush, but I'm not 100% sure. Again, terrible camera angle here, and I'm not sure if the combos he was using in testing against me he used as his final deck in the tournament. So Kun Oak pinches a point back there and brings it to 2-1. Hopefully he can keep making a little bit of progress. Again, these two are matching each other blade for blade. Phoenix v Phoenix. Kun Oak playing it 960 rush. I know that Kun Ted is playing this one on flat. And on flat, he still manages to get the spin finish. Now it is 3 points to 1. What can Kun Oakley do here? What can he pull out of the bag? He needs to drag this one back into his favor. He switches back to his wizard rod on ball. His strategy here was to guarantee that spin finish, to put a bit more pressure back on the rotation. So it's only 2 points away from the win. Will it pay off? Kun Ted has got his Phoenix here. So Phoenix on flat. Very, very powerful punch on Phoenix on flat. Hopefully Kun Oak can weather the storm here. He's doing a good job of it so far, but he's on the wrong side of the stadium now. Luckily that recoil sends him to the side of the stadium rather than the pockets. And hopefully while they do the dance here, Phoenix, yes, loses stamina. And Kun Oakley fighting tooth and nail for every point he gets here has brought it back up 3 points to 2. What can he do next? What's the matchup here? It is Buster v Buster again, and Kun Oak gets the extreme finish, makes a huge statement, takes out Kun Ted. Let's go. Kun Oak is absolutely smashing it so far. He is now in the top 16, playing for his place in the top 8, opening up with his Buster combo against his opponent's Wing on Rush combo. So Wing on Rush, nice and heavy, should clearly have the stamina here if it goes to the spin finish, and it definitely looks like it will be, and our opponent picks up 1 point. Next up, we have Rod on Rod action. Very, very spicy. Let's see what happens here. So we know that Kun Oakley is on a 360 ball. Our opponent looks like he might be on a ball combo too. Actually, no, I think with that kind of movement, he is probably on glide, and we get the extreme finish, but at 3 points to 1, not even giving me enough time for a Noozle 3D advert. So third bay is up. Kun Oakley will be coming in with his Phoenix on rush. His opponent is playing, it looks like Tyranno beat from here, and he whips around the extreme line into a self extreme finish, and Kun Oakley takes it, going to top 8. Now in the top 8, fighting for his place in the top 4, Kun Oak opens with his Buster combo as well as his opponent and manages to get a spin finish. So we are starting off strong, 1 point up. Next up, it is Rod v Rod, and after the first couple of impacts where it looks like something might happen, I actually speed this one up by about 5 times because yeah, it went on for a moment there, and unfortunately Kun Oak's opponent manages to take the spin finish on this one, and they equalize 1 point each. Next up is Phoenix on Phoenix action here, and they are running around the extreme line after each other. Some little clashes here and there. Looks like our opponent might be on a red copy of Point there, judging by the color and the way it's moving. And yes, Kun Oak gets another spin finish. So he is now 2 points against 1. They rotate their decks around, and guess what? It's another Rod on ball mirror match. So we're gonna hit fast forward on this one. Again, this is like 5 times speed, so you see it's a pretty long battle here, and our opponent just takes it again, and it is 2 points each. So now they are both on their busters. We get an air clash and they reset again, Buster on Buster. And they are racing around the stadium. Pretty damn crazy. Looks like Kun Oak spinning a little bit stronger here. And he gets the spin finish again, 3 points to 2. Now it is wing on wing, getting very, very intense. Kun Oak 1 point away from a guaranteed prize. They clash right on the extreme pocket, and unfortunately it is Kun Oak that goes out this time. Unfortunate that Kun Oak won't be in the finals, but hopefully I can start my journey there. D bracket has started, my number has been called, my first match is up, Buster 560 low flat explodes on the first launch against the unicorn combo. Absolutely heartbreaking. That is not how you want to start off. So now I'm in with my Phoenix on 360 taper, and they have their rod combo. I look for an early parry, but I go way too shallow with my shot. So now I doubt I'm going to have the energy to get off a consistent row of significant attacks after that launch. So I'm expecting to lose by spin finish here. Part of the strategy coming in with my attack types was to be launching more in a way that if I win, I win big. And if I lose more conservatively by spin finish. So that is what happens here. But unfortunately, that still puts me at 3 points to 0. Me being the 0 in my first match of the tournament. So now I'm coming out with my defensive combo of rod on 960 dot. And they're coming out with Tyranno beat on point, which is one of the combos I had the hardest time winning with my rod on dot combo. And I've opted now for shooting for the center of the stadium, because as you see here, a lot of players with this combo don't have good control over it. They are launching hard, hoping for an early KO, and then settling in the middle with that life after death, hoping for more defensive counter KOs. And I've been finding that a lot. So I'm putting rod in the center now instead of having these big clashes around the X line. Now the worst thing that could possibly happen for me here, I go for rod because it's my most certain to get a point, but they go for their rod as well. Theirs is on ball, so we know they have better stamina, but again, they were launching a little bit wild. I took this into account. So normally launching rod on dot, I'm going for reverse X's to avoid as much contact as possible. Here I am putting it in the center of the stadium, hoping that it scrapes as little as possible and it can hold as much stamina as possible against ball. I know I can launch stronger, I know I can launch smoother, so hopefully luck is on my favor here, and they go into the X line a few more times than us, eating up their stamina, and we can slowly peel away, and yeah, we secure it. 4 points to 3. Super close for our first match of the tournament. I could do with a lot less stress than that, but let's go. Match 2, and after winning rock paper scissors, I choose to be on the B side again because I want to be able to hit my parry launches today with my attack types, and here we hit it perfectly. We get them straight out the extreme pocket, nice and early. That's what the parry shot is there for. It gets the games going a lot quicker, and it's our highest chance of an early KO. So next up is our Phoenix combo on taper. I can't remember what I just saw them have. Was it Tyranno beat? I think it's their Buster combo, sorry. So I'm confident we've got the most stamina here. I go for a kind of half-baked parry just to deflect that first shot and protect our ratchet, because I want the cleaner kind of like spin finish here. I'm not looking for a big KO because we're already 3 points up. We only need 1 point to win here. So a bit of a safer launch, and we secure 4 points to 0, and we go on to the next round to the top 16. Top 16's time, looking to make our way into the top 8 of our second tournament in a row, and we are opening up with Dran Buster as always. What's our opponent opening up with there? Is their Phoenix on... Ooh, I don't think that's Rush. It might be. It might be Cyclone. But they did super flat launch that, which is a huge risk with your attack types. They had a little bit of stall just from launch power, not so much tilt. And then, yeah, whipped out of the stadium, and luckily we dodged their big hit and sent themselves out. Now it is my wing combo against their rod on, I believe it is ball. Whenever I see the orange tip, or the orange bit, sorry, I do consider it could be Hexa or Glide, but you never expect it to happen, but it does sometimes. Rod gets the extreme finish against Phoenix, chasing it right up to the lip of the extreme line there, and it pokes us out. Now I'm happy that they don't have a rod combo anymore, so I'm not as worried about getting spin finished again with rod on rod action. But they're coming out with Shark on Unite, which I think is a bit of a wild combo. Unite, really bad at self-KOing, and yeah, we survived that first clash with a little bit of tilt, and they send themselves out, and we are on our way to the top 8 to try and make finals. So this win will guarantee us a prize position on the podium, and we are coming up against a rudder on point combo. Very irritating combo for my deck. Rudder, a lot of people do not rate it. I think its purpose is just to annoy me. We all know Nanashi really likes it. It's very hard to get good contact against with your attack types, whereas if you put it on an attack or balance bit, it does deliver some solid hits, but with very little recoil to itself, and it gets a spin finish against me there. Now, is there Tyranno beat on point? No, sorry, not point, on taper against my Phoenix on taper. Hopefully we've got the better stamina here and we can get a spin finish. I don't hit the parry here. They are shooting very straight across the stadium, which is hard to hit a parry against. We actually run the risk of kind of like clashing ourselves, and they get a cheeky down smash like Tyranno beat often does when we are out of stamina, and it over finishes us, putting us to 3-0. Absolutely nerve-wracking. We've been here already in the tournament. Our first match of the day was like that, and now it is our Wizard Rod on dot against another Wizard Rod on ball combo. We tried to take the center of the stadium. I have to tilt a little bit here to defend my Ratchet, if you can see, because they are launching so diagonally across from the X pocket towards the upper corner on the B side where I'm launching from. So I do have to sacrifice that bit of stamina, but we're both kind of moving around the stadium a bunch. I'm hoping that it's eating up more of their stamina. They're on the outside. If I can stay central, hopefully I can get to 1 point and we can rotate decks and I can start to climb my way back up. It looks like they're losing the most stamina. They hit the rails hard there and they look like they wobble, but that one really messed me up. And I go to the side and I stabilize a little bit, but it is just not enough. And I am out of the tournament, losing 4 points to 0 in the top 8. God damn, here we go. Thank you, bro. Unfortunately, no podium and fancy string launcher for us today. After the brackets were finished, they moved over to the stage for the final bounce. By the time the finals had gone on, a lot of competitors had left already, but the crowd was still strong. And then we had this absolute corker for the last round of the tournament. Huge congratulations to Kun on a super awesome performance on the day, and he won with a very solid deck with this Giga Chad Tyranno beat on Cyclone combo. Very well deserved. Awesome day out. Get on, Beybladers. Blade Bay X here. It's the day after the tournament. I'm back at the venue wishing I had brought a larger backpack so I could collect more Black Dranzas. Sorry, Juicy Baby. Maybe next time. To sum up yesterday, absolutely heartbroken with the result, of course. We did crack the top 8, but we're dying to get on the top of that podium. Decently pleased with my performance, though, if that makes any sense. Combos performed how they were supposed to. Very few surprises. Buster bursting straight away was a bit of a shock, but other than that, they did what they're supposed to do. Launches were pretty damn good, if I'm being honest. We didn't get the perfect timing on some slingshot launches and stuff like that, but we hit some nice reverse X's. We got some really good parries. I remember getting a couple like almost instant like KOs, one extreme finish straight off an immediate parry launch. So overall, very happy with that. My biggest barrier at the moment, it feels I can go 3, 4, 5 rounds undefeated, no problem. But it's getting to the point where I'm a blader that can go 6, 7 plus rounds undefeated. That's going to make the biggest difference with my tournament results when coming to these 128 player plus size tournaments. Double elimination is no problem. I can go 5-0, lose a round, go 5-0 again, and I'm probably going to do pretty well at that tournament. Single elimination is completely different though. So I need to get back in the lab, make some analysis, get outside the box and come up with some creative ideas on what to do next and how to move forward. But I feel like we're making progress. That's 2 large tournaments in a row where we've cracked the top 8. So yeah, only onwards and upwards from here. Thank you again to all the awesome organizers, refs, judges, Kun all the team that work on the Beyblade tournaments here in Bangkok. Absolutely love coming to them. The energy is amazing. The community is great. There are so many awesome like pros here, and I mean real pros. Like the community is cool. You got all the hobby stuff, you got all the collector stuff, but there are some real serious bladers here that like pour their soul into it. So I absolutely love competing with these guys. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.